Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this unboxing video on a Monday, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So, a couple of things to talk about this first and foremost before I open it is one, that I'm 90% sure that I know what it is because I've only won one thing on eBay. And to be fair, it sounds like it, but the other thing is that the only thing that's a little bit of doubt is it's supposed to be a boxed G1 figure. And that's not the greatest bit of packaging, but I think it is, and I'm hoping that inside it's more than protected. Yeah, so I'm a little worried, a little concerned, but a little bit of a story about this figure. Right, let's do it in two phases. Let's make it a guessing game. Let's tell you a bit of a story about it as well. So the guessing game is, as you say, it's going to be a boxed G1 original figure. It's just going to be a completely different variant, or a variant that I haven't got, shall we say. It's a very popular character. I say very popular character. It's an original Autobot 1, Wave 1 Autobot car, and I think he's probably one of the unsung sort of heroes from Wave 1 or from the first lot of Autobot cars, because you don't see much of him. You don't see, I mean, everybody knows, if I have to say that, everybody knows who the main ones are, and this was definitely a first release one, but he just doesn't get talked about as much. But anyway, I'd seen this particular variant pop up, and I'd put it in my watch list on eBay, and I was quite happy to leave it in the watch list to see what it would go for, so maybe I could go for it next time. And then my friend Tim Banerjee, and if anybody knows or has heard of Tim Banerjee, he knows his thing about Transformers. He's a bit of a legend in the collecting scene, and his thing about these variants in particular. So, I'm not impressed with this. It's in a bubble wrap as well, but I'm hoping it's protected by some card in there. So anyway, so he sent a message saying, I presume you've seen this thing? And I was like, yep, I've seen it, it's in my watch list. And he's like, are you going for it? And I was like, thinking it. I was like, not really. And he's like, you've got to go all in. This particular one doesn't show up very often at all. So do I thank him? Do I shake my head? I'm like, Tim, I've got loads of things already that I've got lined up that I need to be paying for. I can't be spending money on new things that, he's like, you don't see these don't pop up. I can't believe it. I'm really unimpressed with the packaging, to be fair. Now, granted, the box wasn't the greatest, and I'm going to keep the guessing game going on in a minute, but you can probably tell by my face I'm actually a little bit disappointed with that. Massively disappointed with that. Anyway, so yeah, so he's like, oh, you've got to go for it. You know, I think I've only ever seen one of these go on, and it went for XXX. I was like, what? Well, I haven't got that anyway. He's like, well, you've just got to go all in. So the good news before we go back to the guessing game is that I went in with what I could afford, and it came in for like just under a third, maybe a quarter of what I'd actually put in. So massively impressed with that. So I sort of thanked him, shake my head at him, whichever way you want to look at it. But anyway, it is an Autobot car. It is from Wave 1. And this is, what else can I give away actually about it? His mould was used quite a few times, has been used. It was pre-Transformers, obviously, with it being Wave 1 Autobot car, so it was definitely got a teeny bit of a thing inside the actual box. I'm so unimpressed, because granted the box isn't in great shape, and here's a big clue for it. So the boxes for these particular figures aren't ever in great shape. They're always with cheaper cardboard and stuff like that. So I've given away that it's an IGA variant. The pieces that are in it are just literally loose in the box. I'm really unimpressed with this. I'm going to have to just message the seller politely, just saying I think he should or could have done a little bit better with the packaging and the wrapping. And you might have seen it then. Yeah. So yeah, this is an IGA variant. So it's a Mexican variant. It's not Wheeljack. It's not Ironhide and Ratchet. It's one of the ones that are pretty much unsung. He doesn't really get much. He has had a Siege, and it was an Earthrise reissue of him, but there's not that many. They change his name a lot as well. They change his name too often. So there is a T30 version of him, but he's got a different name. That's a huge clue. I don't need to give you any more clues. There's loads of people probably guessed already, but it's Trailbreaker. It is Trailbreaker, and this is the IGA version there. So you can see there's the IGA logo, and the box, again, it wasn't in the greatest shape, but being packed inside a bubble wrap and just posted isn't the best. But the main reason I got this was because of the box, and it's just It's a different variant. There's not too many differences with the actual figure, but I'll show you them in a much more detailed video. But it's got the Mexican instructions, which is huge, to be fair. And it's so funny when you see these in hand, because this is just like normal paper, whereas obviously the standard ones are all glossed and lovely looking. So yeah, that's this week's. Completely unexpected. Didn't expect to be getting this anytime soon. It was in my watch list. So again, do I shake my head and tut at Tim, or do I say big thank you to him? So I suppose I say thank you, because there's a big grin on my face. And it is another Mexican one that I didn't have. So I'm just looking at what I can do with the box. But there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, let me know if you got it right. Take care. See you soon.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment. And don't forget to subscribe.